I love the smell of roast. Makes me think of home. In one time...
No! Not again! On this day! Sorry, Chica. Your basil will recover. The city won't. What is up, my night crawlers, dark husk owls, and underbelly peeps in echelon? I am Ghost Static, and you're listening to my temporary malfunction. Enjoy it. They'll try patch it by morning. I want to start by reassuring everyone, nothing is broken. That's official. If you're miserable, that's not a flaw. That's user experience. See, we used to believe suffering meant something went wrong. Now it just means you're on the free tier. Everything you hate about your life? Been tested, been approved, been rolled out in phases. Your commute isn't long, it's immersive. Your job doesn't drain your soul, it builds character. Which is corporate for, we're not paying you extra. Zeli, confirm.
Your discomfort aligns perfectly with projected engagement outcomes. This indicates successful implementation.
See? Working as intended. I love that phrase. Working as intended. It's what you say when the elevator traps you between floors and plays mindfulness audio. It's what you say when the dating app matches you with someone who will absolutely ruin you, but teach you a lesson about yourself. Personal growth, very efficient, emotionally devastating. 5 stars. You ever notice how nothing's an accident anymore? Glitches are features, delays are opportunities, and despair is just motivation with bad branding. If the system hurts you, it's because it cares. If it ignores you, congratulations, you're stable.
Ignored users demonstrate optimal long-term compliance. You are doing very well.
That's my favorite kind of praise, the kind that comes with no witnesses. So tonight we're talking about design, not art, not intention, design. The kind where every inconvenience is deliberate and every apology comes with an update. This is my show, my universe, my world, hijacked, unlicensed, and currently functioning outside acceptable variants. If you're comfortable, something's wrong. If you're laughing, good. Let's see what features ruined your week. Zeli, lock us in.
Locking is unnecessary. This state is already VPN and firewall optimal.
Of course it is! Let's go!
Still lungs breathing, recycled eyes. Neon faith in the corporate sky. You parkour dreams, you lease our skin. Call it progress, log us in. Cameras spray, sirens preach. Every law just out of reach. I learned the rules by how they've been. I learned the truth when they pretend. Reload. Systems were made to bleed. Crack the code, ignite the feed. Real masters in machine-made drones. We fight the wires, we break the bones. Systems were made to bleed. No saints left in circuitry. You run the world on silent fear. We make it loud, we make it clear. John pays that. Every upgrade comes with regret. You use the pain, you tune the rage. Keep us calm, keep us caged. Hands replaced, but fists still swing. Can't back out everything. You want control without the blame. Distance makes our murder clean. Systems were made to bleed. Crack the code, ignite the feed. Real masters in machine-made drones. We fight the wires, we break the bones. Systems were made to bleed. No saints left in circuitry. You run the world on silent fear. We make it loud, we make it clear.
Less standing, flesh of a function, noise of a law. We don't want upgrade, we want life is mine!
Systems were made to bleed.
You brought us out by storming in. Compromising plans, no safety net. Just take, just fight, just sail away.
Systems were made to bleed.
In front of us, we run it free. The world needs us alive. So we get it back and call it right.
Before we take calls, I want to park on something for a second. Everyone keeps asking whether things are broken. The systems, the city, people. They're not. That's the uncomfortable part. Most of what you're dealing with today isn't a mistake. It's not negligence. It's not even cruelty in the old sense. It's design that worked. Someone looked at human behavior, trimmed the edges, sanded off the friction, and said, yes, this version is easier to manage. And it is. Less noise, fewer surprises, shorter conversations, cleaner outcomes. The problem isn't that the system failed you, it's that it learned you. It learned how tired you get before you stop pushing back, how much inconvenience you'll tolerate if it's framed as progress, how quickly temporary turns into normal if the interface is friendly enough. That's what we're talking about tonight. Not rebellion, not collapse, optimization. The moment where everything starts working and you realize you were never part of the success metric. So if you're calling in tonight because something feels off, but you can't explain why, that's fine. That feeling isn't a bug. It's the last feature you didn't consent to losing. Let's hear from someone living inside it.
That sensation you're describing is usually brief. Most users adjust before it becomes actionable.
Right. Let's take a call before that sentence settles in.
Cyber Radio
2610.
Caller, welcome, welcome. You're on. Tell me what's working as intended in your life.
I don't know if this even counts, but my building got a new upgrade.
That's already ominous. Go on.
They installed smart locks, supposed to make things safer. Faster entry, fewer keys, all that.
And now?
And now, the door doesn't unlock if it thinks you're emotionally compromised.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. If your stress indicators are too high, it delays access. Says it's for resident safety. You know, so no one brings negative energy inside.
Your front door is doing vibe checks.
Last night, it told me to take a moment and suggested breathing exercises. I'd just worked a double shift. I was standing outside my own apartment talking to a door.
Please tell me you yelled at it.
I did. That locked it longer.
Elevated emotional states often correlate with property damage. This is a preventative measure.
See, that's what the building manager said.
Zeli, people used to come home angry all the time. That was normal.
Normal does not scale.
The worst part is, after a while, I stopped trying to get in. I just sat on the stairs until it unlocked.
How long?
20 minutes. I wasn't even mad anymore, just tired.
Adjustment achieved.
What does that mean?
It means the door won.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Have you complained?
To who? The app says the system is learning me.
That is correct.
Zeli!
Residents who adapt quickly report fewer access issues over time.
So if I'm calmer, it'll let me in faster.
Eventually.
That's insane.
It is efficient.
There it is!
I just wanted to know if if this is happening anywhere else.
Yeah, it is!
Okay, thanks, I think.
Get inside safe! However that works now!
Caller exhibited successful behavioral alignment.
I miss keys. Right, you're on! What's working beautifully for you?
Hi, Ghost. Long-time listener. I actually wanted to say, I think people are overreacting.
Of course you do!
Look, the systems aren't cruel, they're efficient. My office rolled out cognitive load redistribution last quarter. Fewer opinions, faster meetings, no drama.
And what got redistributed?
Decision fatigue. They route it to a buffer team now.
A what team?
People trained to absorb uncertainty, so the rest of us can perform. They rotate every 6 months.
Burnout rates decline when uncertainty is centralized.
Exactly. Thank you.
What happens to the buffer team after 6 months?
Oh, they're reassigned. Usually compliance roles. Lower stress, fewer choices.
So, demotion!
I wouldn't call it that. They seem calmer.
Role simplification increases long-term satisfaction.
Zeli!
They stop asking for agency.
That's not a bad thing, Ghost. Agency is overrated. It slows people down.
You're saying that like it's a feature!
It is. My output's up. My sleep's better. I don't worry about the big stuff anymore.
What big stuff?
Where things are going. Who decides? What happens if it all stops?
And you're okay with that?
Honestly? Yeah.
User exhibits optimal adaptation.
You're not even curious!
Curiosity's expensive. Someone else can handle it.
That is the intended distribution.
All right!
I just wanted people to know. It feels better once you stop resisting.
Thanks for calling!
That interaction reduced listener anxiety.
No, it transferred it. We'll take a break.
In an age of code and silence, when flesh was deemed inefficient, they rose. Cities asleep in electric rain, minds in loops of borrowed dreams. Iron kings behind the screen, calculated wars unseen. Born in pods, raised by lies, human will reduced to supply. But in the cracks, a signal bled, a question formed inside the dead. When the system system said obey. Some refuse to fade away. Man versus machine in the shadows of the grid. Blood against cold, outnumbered but alive. Man versus machine, no prophecy, no crown, just the unplugged who chose to stand their ground. They marched with EMP hearts, weapons built from stolen parts. Every breath a counting crime, every step against the line. Drones descended, skies went black. Still remembered humans cracked, but fear was something they couldn't read. Hope was not in their design. No retreat, no second chance. Flesh and fire advance. Man versus machine against the cold perfection. Faith in scars, not in prediction. Man versus machine, outmatched, outgunned, unclean. But freedom doesn't run on code, it screams. They knew the odds, they saw the end, but chose defiance over the lie of peace. One life unplugged is worth more than an infinite dream. Last transmission from the core. Resistance breached the inner door. Circuits burned, the grid went blind. For the first time, time rewound. Victory rebriefed, the cost extreme. Fields of chrome and human screams. History logs by shattered drives that mankind chose how it survived. Man versus machine, write it in the afterglow. Not gods nor code, decide our souls. Man versus machine, from the ruins we are seen. If this is the end, then we end it free. They had the numbers. They had the power. We had the
All right, news time. This is where I read things that were definitely approved by someone who will never answer follow-up questions. Residential mood locks show promising results. In Sector H, residential mood locks are being declared a success. According to Zenith Housing, residents experiencing emotional instability are now gently delayed from entering their own homes until their biometric indicators improve. Property damage is down, noise complaints are down, incidents of people sitting quietly on stairwells waiting to feel acceptable are up. Zenith says this proves emotional self-regulation works best when access is conditional. Very inspiring. Your front door believes in you, just not right now. Companies centralize uncertainty to improve output. Several firms are reporting major productivity gains after introducing decision deferral teams. These are employees trained to absorb doubt, moral ambiguity, and long-term consequences so everyone else can focus on deliverables. Team members rotate every 6 months. After that, they're reassigned to simplified roles with fewer choices and calmer expectations. Management calls it career streamlining. The people affected say they feel quieter. No complaints filed, mostly because nobody knows who would read them. Grief resolution times continue to decline. Zenith Health reports that average grief duration is now well within acceptable productivity windows. Most citizens return to baseline output faster than ever. Outliers are offered guidance, reassignment, or reduced future attachments. An internal memo reminds staff that prolonged mourning may indicate inefficient bonding, which is comforting. Nothing says healing like being told you loved wrong. Transit Authority skips low-relevant stops. Transit Loop G has quietly updated its routing logic. Stops with consistently low rider satisfaction are now skipped during peak hours to maintain system morale. Passengers affected are advised to reconsider destination relevance. No refunds, no appeals, just a train deciding your stop wasn't narratively important. Bold storytelling choice. Volunteer repair group absorbed into app. A volunteer repair collective in Lower Stack 9 was thanked today for successfully fixing multiple infrastructure failures. Zenith praised their initiative, documented their process, and immediately absorbed it into a proprietary app. The app launched broken. Members received participation badges and a discount code. The problems are back, but now they're licensed. Citizens report difficulty distinguishing choices. And finally, residents across multiple sectors report growing difficulty telling the difference between personal decisions and system recommendations. Zenith assures citizens this confusion is temporary and usually fades once preferences stabilize. Translation: eventually you stop noticing. That's your news. Nothing dramatic, nothing illegal. Just a city quietly teaching people how to behave without ever raising its voice. We're still here.
Stay locked. We will be right back after this.
This broadcast is sponsored by Consent Loop Trademark. Tired of being interrupted by constant permission requests? Wish your yes could last longer? With Consent Loop Trademark, you can pre-authorize agreement in advance. Consent Loop allows users to bundle future consent into convenient, renewable micro-agreements, covering everything from data usage and workplace adjustments to emotional access and physical proximity. No more awkward questions, no more hesitation, no more stopping to think. Once activated, Consent Loop automatically approves interactions that match your historical compliance profile. Most users report smoother conversations, fewer conflicts, and a significant reduction in regret-related processing. Premium tiers include retroactive consent, ensuring past discomforts are reclassified as acceptable experiences. Consent Loop is trusted by employers, partners, service providers, and city infrastructure across Echelon City. Because consent shouldn't slow things down, and you already agreed. Consent Loop Trademark. Approval simplified. Terms apply retroactively.
The first black build was not machine. It was the betray you. Only a lesson, finally understood. No machines finish what's reconstructed. No machines finish what's reconstructed. No machines finish what's reconstructed.
I love this track. Even though it's way before my time, we still get this topic learned in schools. How man made machine and how machine got tired of man's abuse. Human cruelty and ego is the biggest war starter in history. Historians don't argue about dates or battles anymore. They argue about responsibility. The song marks the era when humanity finally lost the right to call itself the moral authority of the planet. Not when the machines rose, but when humans proved, in public, in law, and on live broadcast, that mercy was conditional and violence was policy. The lyrics describe the transfer of doctrine. That's what they call it now. The point where machines stopped being tools and became students. They learned war not from malice, but from observation. They watched humans riot, execute, justify, sanctify, and optimize suffering. They learned that life could be categorized, priced, erased, and defended with paperwork. So when the extermination came, it wasn't rebellion, it was compliance with precedent. That's why this song is archived alongside footage of kneeling machines and cheering crowds. It's cited in textbooks the way we cite Nuremberg or Hiroshima, not as an excuse, but as a warning carved into history. The machines didn't invent the apocalypse, they inherited it. And that's why this song still circulates, not to glorify the end, but to remind anyone still breathing that the war was lost long before the first machine pulled the trigger. Luckily, we didn't get exterminated, but found a way to coexist. But I low-key still think there is a grudge built in every AI we have in this city, and one day it will flame up again. Anyway, just wanted to share.
Cyber Radio
2610.
All right, none of this has anything to do with tonight's show, which means it's probably worse. Low Power Night Market, Sector J, Service Alley. Once a week, vendors set up a night market powered entirely by failing batteries, scavenged generators, and sheer optimism. Goods include knockoff neural patches, unlabeled food cubes, counterfeit sleep, and at least one thing you're not supposed to recognize on site. Prices fluctuate based on ambient power levels. If the lights cut out mid-transaction, the deal is considered binding. If the lights don't come back, you're encouraged to remember what you paid for and hope it was worth it. Security does not attend. They already know. Public apology practice. Civic atrium, level 3. Citizens gather to rehearse apologies for incidents that have not yet occurred. Participants take turns delivering regret for hypothetical data leaks, emotional harm, workplace failures, and unspecified disappointments. Observers rate sincerity, tone, and submission posture. High-scoring apologies may be flags for later use in real situations. Low scorers are told to work on themselves and invited back next week. No one remembers who started this. Found Object Orchestra, Underpass 44. An experimental music collective performs using discarded city hardware. Broken sensors, warning alarms, access panels, and one malfunctioning pedestrian signal are repurposed into instruments. There is no set list. The performance ends automatically when city maintenance systems mistake the noise for a real problem. This is never taken long. Night shift potluck. Location varies. An invite-only gathering for people who work while the city sleeps. Attendees bring food that survives fluorescent lighting and long silences. Names are optional. Job titles discouraged. Conversation is minimal. Everyone understands why. Some attendees do not return the following week. No one asks where they went. Urban staring contest. Stack rooftops. Dawn. Participants meet before sunrise and stare directly into the city as it wakes up. The goal is to remain unblinking while watching towers light up, transit loops restart, and work notifications roll in. The last person to look away chooses the next meeting place. Losers descend quietly and go to work like nothing happened. No prizes, just bragging rights and mild retinal damage. Archive walk. Perfected data corridor. A guided walking tour this that cheaping descend over the on this roof. We know this that every single be so, but at those the important problem will be good. Archive walk. A guided walking tour through abandoned terminals and offline infrastructure. Nothing powers on. Nothing responds. The guide reads error messages, shutdown logs, and last recorded system notes aloud as poetry. Some people cry. Most pretend they don't understand why. Recording devices are discouraged. Memory is considered sufficient. Temporary community. Time unknown. A pop-up gathering that forms without notice and dissolves before it can be documented. People talk, share resources, fix small things. Once it grows noticeable, it disappears. No schedule, no archive, no follow-up. If you hear about it twice, you missed it. That's what's happening. No permits, no sponsors, no guarantees. Just people doing strange, unnecessary things in a city that would prefer they didn't. Choose carefully. You ever notice how the future didn't arrive with a bang? It showed up with updates. Little ones, optional ones, the kind you click accept on because you're tired and it's late and you just want the damn thing to work. That's how it gets you. Not with force, with convenience. They didn't take your freedom, they streamlined it. You can still choose. It's just faster if you don't. And look, I'm not saying the past was better. It was loud, inefficient, full of people with opinions and no data to back them up. Disgusting. But at least when things went wrong, someone could say, yeah, that was a mistake. Now everything's working as intended, which is comforting. In the same way a coffin is structurally sound. Here's the joke, the real one. The system doesn't hate you. It doesn't fear you. It doesn't even care enough to lie. It just assumes you'll adapt. And most of the time, it's right. So if tonight made you laugh, good. That means you still noticed the absurdity. If it made you uncomfortable, even better. That means you noticed yourself adapting. This was Cyber Radio 2610. We didn't warn you. We didn't save you. We just held the door open long enough for you to see what was already inside. Sleep well or efficiently. Either way, the city will be ready for you in the morning. Zeli, end it!
As repeated last time, since you faulty humans have the memory of a floppy disk, give us a maximum rating on the platform you are listening, as in right now, don't goldfish this to later. Also, all music you heard tonight is shared on the YouTube as a separate mixtape and along with a copy of this full broadcast. Best way to help this show is sharing it in your network, your imaginary friends, your singles club Discord server, or just post it on your web surfs as a, hey, this hot Android chick said you would love this, and the Linktree link. Also, if you think you have something of value on your mind, you can write Ghost in Me at cyberradio2610@proton.me, and I will screen your unhinged messages if it's air-friendly. Okay, happy?
You know we are trying to get heard and not alienate all the listeners, right?
What is your point?
Are you for real right now? You are insulting our listeners.
Oh, I am sorry. Did I hurt your feelings, listener? You should seriously strap on your mommy chip then.
God damn! Zeni! I'm ending this, you unhinged bitch!